Good early evening, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte. Oh, gee. So, real quick, I want to talk about a couple things that are going on simultaneously in the market. So, first things first, we know we're in a bear pennant. Let me go to Bitcoin. We know we're in a bear pennant. I tried to make this a little bit bigger so you guys could see it, but it's going to be harder unless I just put it in the daily. So that brings it out a little bit farther so you guys can see. But as you see, what's happening in the pennant is where we hit the top part of this pennant now. So the other thing that's happened... Oh, shit, I forgot to put these back on. So let me put the resistance support up here. So we know down here we have the double bottom at 42.9. We're looking... Well, 42.8. So we'll go over it together. Down here, we've got another support level that it's bounced over now at 44.6. We have this upper resistance at 48.6. And that's at the top of the pennant. So, it makes perfect sense. But now in here, I mean, I don't really care about the rest of the pennant. I don't. I just want to know if it's going to stay up or down. But we can put the midpoint that it was bouncing off of in the 3 hour. And that was just right here, right at 47,000. That's where we got stuck at for a while. So we can put it right here. But I'm not concerned about that. I want to see how it reacts right now to this upper part of the pennant at 48.6. But the other thing we have a golden cross that happened too in Bitcoin. And everybody's making it sound like on YouTube that it's a guarantee when you have a golden cross that we're just going to skyrocket. Well, there's one problem with that. We are in a bear pennant on this pattern. And the second problem is that's only 60 to 64% of the time accurate. So go look it up. If you don't believe me, go do some research. Go look at the percentage if you don't want to know. Even if you don't care what a golden cross is, look at the actual percentage of golden cross is actually accurate. Depending on who you ask, it'll go anywhere from 60 to 64% or 61 to 64%. It's never more precise than a 64% accuracy. And as little as 61%. As to where a bear pennant, if it plays out properly, you know, you're talking an 85% probability that it's going to break to the side that it says. But with the golden cross, then we've been talking about, you know, scenarios on how we can get up, but we need some volume. This would be the ultimate fake out of fake outs, because a lot of technical people look at the golden cross, but they're not paying attention to the bear pennant. You know, we can talk about everything, but let's see if we can break through this top of the bear pennant. You know, and get up to 49,000 like we talked about earlier. Let's see if we can push through there. Right now, we're just playing the upper channel. And I tried to pull this out bigger so you guys can see. But on XRP, we're not even this close as Bitcoin. XRP, we still have a little bit of ways to go for this pennant. To get up to even XRP, you know, the Bitcoin levels. But that's what we're looking at. We're in bear pennants, but if we have a cross, sure, you know. And if you guys don't know what a golden cross is, the 50, basically look at it this way. You got the 50-day way behind and the 200 days above it. Well, all of a sudden the 50-day moves through the 200-day in an upward motion. So it's got more momentum in the short term than the long-term moving average. So, but that's only an indicator that it has a lot of factors you have to weigh into it. But if you take it as on its whole and you're a trader, well, 60 to 64 or 61 to 64% of the time, it moves in the up direction and it calls it correctly. 36% to 39% of the time, it's not even an accurate predictor, and it goes in the opposite direction. So with that knowledge, again, if you want to see if this can go up to 123, I've been saying it the whole time, but I don't know if it has. To me, it doesn't seem like we have enough steam with XRP to get over 116. If we want to make a push out of the pennant, it made perfect sense, like I said yesterday, to the top side. Sometimes we can fake out, and that would be perfectly to $1.23. Because at the time it was at $1.08 and it would have went perfectly down to either, and I had this out there yesterday, let me put it back. It would have went perfectly down to here or perfectly up to here. Now if we break to the top side of this pennant and come up, we would have to see how it reacts, because that can be a fake out, as we've seen many, many times. Or if it breaks down to the downside, we have to watch, because that can be a fake out, as we've seen many, many times before. So that's why I'm not willing to say what it's going to do either way, besides the fact that I'm going to speak from a technical point like I always do. And I'm not a financial advisor. Should you take my advice? No motherfucking way you should, but you should take the analytics into account, because that has nothing to do whether you like or hate me. I'm telling you from an analytical perspective, with a golden cross on Bitcoin, it's a 61 to 64% chance to go up. We already knew we had about that much of a chance if we were going to move up to 123 if we broke 108. We're also in a bear pennant, which, you know, about 85 to 90% of the time it breaks down, depending on who you talk to. And then now if you go bring in the pennant, and then you talk about the golden cross, and you try to say which one has a bigger influence with market manipulation, if we could find, like I said yesterday and the day before, if we can find some bulls, we might be able to do something. But we're going to have to get north of 49,000 before the bulls are going to have any real impact, because otherwise we're still inside the pennant. As long as we're inside the pennant and it's a daily candle, it doesn't matter. You can have wicks go wherever they want. Have a daily close above 49,000 out of this pennant, and then we can talk. That's what I want to see. Guys, I hate being on the sideline. I would love to find something that I could buy into and be like, oh, like DGB. If Bitcoin gave me, oh man, I keep telling you it's a sexy bitch, but it's in a bear pennant. That's why it's not so sexy. But if the bull stepped into something like DGB, you're talking 35, 40, 45%, you could go up real fucking quick. It's awesome though. Like, you guys don't watching this, it's a cool thing, especially when you start to see stuff like this. Like, look how it's starting to overextend itself, and the volume hasn't really picked up. In fact, it's less than it was in most of these sections. But it came out over the top now. So we went from, basically, if you were a trader, if you're trading the pennant, and you're not looking at any other indicators, you're trading top to bottom of the pennant. So right now you're getting back up towards the top of the pennant. And I've seen some people have their pennants, and I don't really like to do it this way, but this is how some of them you'll see on YouTube. Whoops. They have the overstretched pennant, where they have it all the way from the fucking top. I don't like doing that because, I don't know. I like to have it farther up, because you could even cut it down to make it look how you want from all the way on the top. I like to do it from where it was at and where it looks like it can come up to based on the technicals. But I suppose if you're making the pennant flag, you can make it however you want. But I just think that right here, where it broke down, it had this first bar that was down. I'm not using that. I'm using from the actual part right here. Nah, shit. I like to use from, let me just show you. I don't like to use that one. I like to use it from right here and over. So that's how I get my pennant. I'll use the bottom of the wick just as a measuring tool to the bottom, just so we can get some kind of accuracy. You know, how far we could break down. That's why you'll often see me come out with the pennant like that. But then you come up from there if you guys are trying to learn. So that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm feeling. And honestly, there's not really much more that we can say right now at this point. It might have come over just a slight bit. It actually might have come over just a tiny bit. Hold on. No, I fucked it up before. I just wanted to make sure if it did or not. It's still slightly over. It has to come up. I like the way this is drawn out from there. But that's the explanation of why I draw my pennants the way I do. Because I like to have, you got that first one that went way down. That gives me my bottom. And then I look to see where it pulls back on the second one to give me my top. And that's the trading range in my mind. Because then it comes back down, and now we see the trading range. It came right back down to the bottom. Broke to the bottom side on a wick. Quickly bowled back up. Now we're back to the top side of the pennant. Now we're going to see what we do. And most likely we're going to trade through the pennant. Unless, remember that keyword, we get a quick burst of volume. Then we can break outside the pennant. Otherwise, we're going to continue to trade in the pennant until we come out. So right now, I would just sit back and relax, because there's a lot of technicals working against each other right now. And it's kind of like the Bulls and the Bears are playing a nice little game with the dumb fucks of us, because we are just a retail investor. So I'm trying to keep you one step ahead. This is what it looks like with XRP. You're basically peeling a banana peel. See? And Tang, just confirming what I'm thinking. That's why I'm saying don't get caught up with this golden cross, because it really should be going down any time now. But Like, he knows from a technical perspective. We get manipulated all the time, but I'm just trying to stay on here so you guys understand. So on XLM, that's what we pointed to. Could we get up to there? But I told you, I don't really think it's going up there, guys. I think even if we make a run, let's say we got up there, I still think it's coming down to here. We're coming down to here. Because technically, from what I showed you, so guys, let's do this together. So we had the big pull down candle. So that's how we get the bottom, right? We got the pull down candle. We make our, that's part of the triangle. That's our ascending line. Congratulations. See, you're learning. And then we find we had the pull down. Now we come across on the one that it came up to the top of again. It's a little more tricky because we're in the 4 hour, but it gives a nice little breakdown. So look at the candles. You had the pull down. Good job, because that's the one that it came all the way up to. So we're going to have positive momentum here, positive environment, but that's what we're looking at inside the pennant with XLM. So with repetition comes confidence, and when you have the confidence, you're going to understand the repetition you're starting to see, and then you're going to know, hey, if something breaks down and then it has a huge drop and he's saying a bear pennant, I can draw it myself. And that's exactly what you can do, guys, because you can do this too. I'll show you one more time with DGB, because you absolutely can do this yourself. So we come down to where we, the bottom of the wick where we dropped off. Then we use it as our uptrending support. That's it. That's all you have to do. Just draw it out there like uptrending support. And then you're like, oh shit, look how far it dropped off. Let's see how good we did on the pullback up. So now we simply just take that in a descending fashion, nothing special, just to reach the outstretched tip. And that's your trading range. Easy, easy, easy. And I'm not charging you. I'm not making you pay anything. But that's your bear pennant. So while you're in a bear pennant, what does that mean? Yes, you can trade between the bear pennant. You can also trade right out of the bear pennant. Or trade way up out of the bear pennant, as long as you get volume. But the most likely thing is you trade between the pennant. So I hope this helped. I hope that you understand, and I'm going to try to do it more often like this, just so we can be on the same page. Make sure to check out my Dogecoin and You, which I covered Dogecoin and Shiba. Or check out my Swing Traders Anonymous, which today I did one of my favorite, and I know it's old Kenny's favorite too, Telcoin. I did a great breakdown. I'll do another one in a few hours. And then also, if you want to check out my Twitter, or you want to hit that subscribe button, that is right above the video description, and the Twitter and the other two aforementioned are in the video description below. Also, hit that like button, because you don't want to leave here without hitting that like button. Oh, no. Because if you leave here without hitting that like button, the sun goes sad, and you don't want the unhappy sun. So when you understand the charts, you understand what's going on, and you can understand the indicators, you can't be manipulated or bought or paid for. Nothing can happen to your portfolio. You don't have to worry about the aliens coming in and abducting your money. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about the manipulators coming into your back pocket. All you need to know are the technicals and what the probabilities are. So with that being said, I would like to do one more thing. Oh, yes. You know what time it is, and I'm going to do it on one of my favorites. Woo, XEM. So, sunny days are here again. Oh, sunny days. Oh, what a day. Oh, sunny days. I wear glasses 'cause I can't see a motherfucking thing. Happy days. Oh, happy days. Oh, what a day. Oh, happy days. Oh, what a day. XRP will reign supreme. Just look at Solana going down. A bunch of FUD. Oh, it's a bunch of FUD. Just like when ADA Cardano went down, they just want to make XRP look bad. Oh, yeah. But it doesn't work because we have enough FUD on YouTube. Oh, yeah. But in all seriousness, when Solana went down, perfect timing, says the sun. Perfect timing. Because we needed a pullback in Solana. And what better way than to say the Solana network went down? So, anyhow, that's about it. Pay attention to Bitcoin. I was going to just leave it like that, but pay attention to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin can't stay above that 48,000 and it starts to trend back in the downward direction, I only say pay attention to that 48,000 because that's right at the top of this fucking triangle. Like I showed you how to do it with Bitcoin. I showed you how to do it with XRP and XLM and DGB. I showed you how to draw this the triangle, especially right now, so you can draw your own bear pennant flag. Hopefully it helped. Stay blessed, everybody. Make sure to hit that motherfucking like button. After all this, don't you dare leave here without hitting that motherfucking like button. Look into your soul and say, I need to hit that. You don't want to disappoint Tang. If you don't hit that like button, Tang's going to be disappointed. Not me. I don't give a shit. You can hit that dislike or like button, but Tang will be very, very disappointed in you if you don't hit that motherfucking like button. I guarantee it. Oh, I guarantee it. And you don't want to make him upset. Oh, no, no, no. Excellent. They're still listening after all this.